Alright, so the first thing that I need to do here is I need to come over here to the Home tab and turn on the map view space. And so I'm going to come right over here to this left panel, this palettes panel. I'm going to click the little down arrow, and then the map workspace is all the way over. It's on the, we got this whole set. It's over on the right near the top, and it's map task pane. When I click on it, it may not seem like anything happens. It's actually asking a question. If you look down here, it's asking it, do you want to turn it on or off? Or if you pull your mouse into the work area, you'll see that. And so I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. And now I have this map task pane over here. So now I can come over. I'm going to go to data, and let's go find the data. So I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to connect to data. And remember, we downloaded and extracted that information. So what I want to do is I want to add a shapefile. So I'll come over here, click shapefile, and then I go find that file. So I'll go to documents right here. Actually, I think I had it under downloads, web parcel boundary. And then here's all the things I can bring in. The only thing I really want right now is the web parcel boundary. So I'll go ahead and hit OK or open. Then I'll come here and hit connect. And then if I just go with add to map right here, it will add in everything in the Brazos County, every single parcel and things like that. That's a lot of information. Your computer's going to bog down and die if that's the case. In this case though, I'm going to go over and I'm going to go, instead of add to map, I'll click the little down arrow, add to map with query. And then this is going to come up, and I'm going to go right here and filter feature by locating on map. If I, for some reason, don't have this little getting started with filters, it's also right here, locate on map. So if I click on it, it's going to say, how do you want to locate? I'm going to go by a polygon, because I already have one. I have my property right here that I put in. So I'm going to go polygon, and I'm going to use this as opposed to this one. The first one is only going to select what is in my polygon. The second one is going to select everything in my polygon or touching my polygon, which actually can give me more information and kind of what I want. So I'm going to click that, and because I already have one, I'm going to select, and then I'll just click on the green boundary and hit OK. And it seems like nothing happened. The reason why is it like zooms out for some reason. So if I zoom extents, I can now zoom in and see all the properties that touch my thing. So if you look right here, I have these properties that kind of touch the edge right here. I've got this, and I got these. I can now close this down and look at some of this information. So if I select one of these and then right click, I can come over, and right here, it's about probably 3/4 of the way down, show data table. And if I open that up, it's going to take a little second, it will give me all the information for that property. So in this case, this property is owned by Christopher Shear, I guess. It is 3221 Rose Hill Lane. Here is the phase. It's Greenbrier Phase 14, Block 30, Lot 22. And if I come over here, it has a house on it that is 2,263 square feet. The land square feet is 11,000 square feet. Let's see, year built. They built the house in 2019. And then you can just kind of look at all this other property information. It's 0.25 acres and everything like that. So you can find this for all sorts of things. So let's do this one. I'm going to come over here. Let me hit escape real quick. Click on it right here. This is actually owned by the city of Bryan. This is actually, there's a creek that goes through here, and this is just green space. So city of Bryan owns this. And so if you look, the address is going to be box 100 or box 1000 and all this other stuff in Bryan. And it's considered Thornberry Drive. Thornberry Drive is a road that goes along right here. If I come over here, legal description can be found in John Austin, Block 19, Lot 31.6, acre 71.01. That is, if you look up the legal description, it was originally from a parcel owned by John Austin, Block 19, Lot 31.6. So that's what that information is. So you can find all this information on your specific designs and all this. If you get the tax assessors thing, you can actually see how much each of these tax assessing wise, like what's the tax if I decide to buy this house, what would the tax be on that house? And so you can find that information, which is all public information. So it's you can find it online at the Brazos County courthouse and things like that. So that's how you come in and bring in your information. You come into data, you go connect to data, and then you come in, add your shapefile, add to map with query, and go there. Let's say I'm going to go ahead and do another one. So I'm going to come over and go add a map with query, and I'm going to do a rectangle right here. And let's say I want to do something over here, something like this. So what that's going to do is that's going to add all of that information in. And what you'll notice is it has a different color code, different color scheme. This is all one big property that's on there. You have these joining that we're touching it and things like that. So you can actually keep accessing the same information. If we want to find some other piece of information out of that data set, we can come in here, go to add shape connection, click shape, and let's see where the creek is. So I'm going to come over here, I'm going to click creek, I'm going to hit open, connect, add to map with query. I'm going to pick polygon and select, and I'll just pick this purple one here. It's easier to click. I'll hit OK, and it will now add in this creek. Now what you'll notice is it adds in the whole creek as it goes in, and it will actually tie into another one here, Carter Creek if I'm not mistaken. So now we know where the center of the creek bed is that goes through that green area. I could come in as well, go to shape, let's see if they have streets, roads, street center lines. So I'll hit that, I'll hit open, connect, let's go add a map with query. I am going to actually do a rectangle here, and let's do something like this. It should add those streets, so it adds in all those streets. And so now I have this information. Let me go ahead, I've got to close this data, but if I click on this, which is center line of that street, and go to show data table, it's going to show that that's Thornberry Drive, and I don't know if it has much more information in here, not really. It stripped a lot of the information out, but you can see what they originally had stored here. So the lanes, the road width, right of way width, all that was originally in here, and they stripped it out for this data set. So that's how those go. And then I would imagine this only has the name of the creek, if it has anything. Let's see. Show data table. Just an intermittent flow creek. So sometimes you'll find on this data that the information has been stripped out. Sometimes you'll see that it is that they have the full set in there. Also, if you want to come in and change the way that things look, if you come up here and right click, you can come over and change how the layer looks or whatever for your thing, and change the name, stuff like this. So if you want red or something like that, you can change the color of the stuff and everything. So that's how you can bring GIS information, one way to bring GIS information into your design.